Istanbul is a city built on layers of history. Beneath the glowing mosques and crowded markets lies another world. Tunnels, catacombs, forgotten cisterns. Leila and Aiden descend through a rusted service hatch near the old city walls. Their only light comes from two flashlights, beams slicing through centuries of dust. The air smells of damp stone and decay. Aiden mutters, "You know, in my old life, I just interview people in cafes. No guns. No crawling through sewers." Leila doesn't smile. Your old life wouldn't survive this story. They walk deeper, footsteps echoing. Strange carvings appear on the walls, symbols, sigils, including crude versions of the same mask Kamal had shown them. Leila pauses. He was right. The symbol is older than the bombs. Aiden runs his hand across the carving, chilled. So why resurrect it now? A distant clatter echoes in the darkness. Both freeze. Leila whispers, "We are not alone." From the shadows emerges an old man carrying a lantern. His back is bent, but his eyes burn sharp with recognition. "You're late," he says in Turkish. Leila stiffens. "Who are you?" The man introduces himself as Dr. Arslan Kaya, a historian who has lived half his life underground, cataloguing what the world above has forgotten. The archive below, he explains, leading them deeper, is not one place. It is all of this. The hidden history, erased by empires, rewritten by rulers, and now used again. He shows them a chamber lined with ancient scrolls and dusty crates. On a table lies a weathered book bound in leather, its pages filled with records of rebellions, coups, and secret societies, all bearing the mask. The mask, Dr. Kaya says, was never one group. It was a stage prop, a tool for fear, for rebellion, for control. Kings used it. Revolutionaries used it. Now, someone new is wearing it. Aiden flips through pages. He sees patterns. Every time the mask appeared, chaos followed, and power shifted. Leila asks, "Who is behind it now?" Kaya lowers his voice. "Not a group. A council. Men who profit from war. They need a ghost enemy to unite nations against. And so they resurrected the mask." Before they can press further, the chamber shakes. A deafening explosion rips through the tunnel entrance. Dust rains from the ceiling. Aiden coughs, shielding his eyes. Figures in tactical gear storm in, masked and armed with silenced rifles. Leila pulls a pistol. Kaya shouts, "Run!" Gunfire erupts. Scrolls ignite. Shelves collapse. Aiden and Leila dive into a side passage, dragging Kaya with them. Bullets tear the stone around them as they flee into the maze of tunnels. The attackers pursue relentlessly, flashlights cutting through the dark. Leila leads them through a narrow shaft, emerging into an ancient cistern filled with ankle-deep water. Torches flicker on the walls, old maintenance lights. The gunmen follow. Aiden, panicked, grabs a rusted pipe from the water and swings it at the nearest attacker, knocking him into the cistern with a splash. Leila fires at another, hitting his shoulder. Kaya collapses, clutching his chest. "Go," he gasps. "Take the book." Before they can argue, more attackers flood the chamber. Aiden pulls Kaya's book from his satchel and runs with Leila through a crumbling stairwell. Behind them, Kaya is silenced by gunfire. The stairwell leads to an exit beneath a crumbling warehouse. Aiden and Leila burst through the floor into the night air of Istanbul's docks. The warehouse is already burning. The attackers set the place ablaze to erase all trace of the archive. Aiden clutches the book, smoke stinging his eyes. They are burning history. Leila pulls him toward the harbor. No, they are burning witnesses. Move. They sprint through the chaos, chased by shadows in the firelight, until they finally vanish into the city's crowded streets. Hours later, they sit in a safe house near Galata, the city's lights twinkling across the Bosphorus. The book lies open between them. Its pages detail centuries of manipulation, wars justified by false symbols, uprisings blamed on fabricated groups, entire populations controlled by fear of enemies who never truly existed. One passage chills Aiden the most. The mask is the vessel. Whoever wears it controls the story. And the story controls the world. Aiden closes the book slowly. It's not just bombs. It's narrative warfare. Leila nods grimly. And the storytellers are still out there. Leila spreads out new documents, bank transfers, shell companies, offshore accounts she stole from Europol servers before leaving. "Follow the money," she says. The names are hidden behind layers of corporations, but one stands out: Blackwell International, a private security conglomerate with branches in London, Zurich, and Washington. Aiden frowns. Blackwell. I wrote about them once. They sued the paper, buried the story. Leila. They don't just profit from war, they make war. And if they're behind the mask, it means every government chasing this ghost is feeding them money. Aiden slams his fist on the table. So the world thinks they're fighting terrorists, but they're really funding contractors. Leila. Exactly. And the next attack is already planned. Leila shows him coordinates traced from encrypted messages. Berlin. Aiden exhales sharply. Germany. The heart of Europe. Leila. If they hit Berlin, every NATO country will sign a blank check for Blackwell. The mask will win. Aiden closes the book, resolve hardening. Then we stop them. They board a night train out of Istanbul, heading west through the Balkans. The rhythmic clatter of wheels carries them into the dark. For the first time, Aiden feels the weight of what they're doing. He's no longer just writing about truth, he's chasing it, bleeding for it. He looks out at the black countryside rushing past. Leila sits across from him, silent, lost in thought. Finally, Aiden speaks. You ever wonder if we are just pawns too? Chasing shadows someone else planted? Leila meets his gaze. Yes, every day. But pawns can still take kings, if they move carefully. As the train cuts through the night, Aiden notices a man a few rows down. Tall, rigid, reading a newspaper upside down. Something is wrong. The man occasionally glances their way, too often, too precise. Leila notices too. She leans in. He's not a passenger. He's a shadow. The man rises, walking toward them. Aiden tenses. Leila slips her hand into her coat. But before the man reaches them, the train screeches to a halt. Lights flicker. A voice over the intercom announces technical issues. The man vanishes into the next car. Aiden exhales shakily. They're watching us. Leila. Good. That means we are close. By dawn, they arrive in Berlin. The city feels sharp, efficient, humming with cold order, yet posters already litter the walls. The mask symbol, painted in crude black strokes, as if warning the city of its fate. Aiden stares at them. It's like the story's already written. Leila. Then we rewrite it.